Hey guys, it's Scotty May here. I'm back with another video, and this is a read aloud of last night at the Viper Room, River Phoenix and the Hollywood he left behind. So if you don't know who River Phoenix is, you're probably living under a rock. If you don't know who River Phoenix is, you're probably living under a rock, like I just said. But pretty much everyone knows who River Phoenix is, right? Okay, so River Phoenix, he was known as Hollywood's golden boy, Hollywood's golden child, and he was born in 1970 in Madras, Oregon, and so River Phoenix, my favorite movie he's in is Stand By Me. That's one of his most popular films, one of his best films actually. He was my age. He was 16 in the movie. But 1993, he had just celebrated his 23rd birthday at his favorite vegan restaurant with his family in McNopie, Florida. His 23rd birthday. And then October 31st, 1993, he was outside of the Viper Room with his brother Joaquin Phoenix and his sister Rain Phoenix. And also, fun fact, I don't know if you know this, but he actually had a band called Alex Zadig. I don't know if you knew that, but now you do. So, now you do know that. So, my two favorite songs by him are "In the Corner" Dunce and "Where You At" or something, or where are you something, one of the two, but those are my two favorite songs. And I also like his song Across the Way. So that's pretty much a little bit about River Phoenix. You saw his memorial sign at Stand By Me Day in the Stand By Me vlog. It's called the Stand By Me Day 2024 Castle Rock sign River Phoenix Memorial. So so here we go. Here it is. Last night at the Viper Room, where Phoenix and Hollywood are left behind. Here's a picture of him. Yeah, here we go. Last night at the Viper Room. Part 1, Introduction. It ends outside a nightclub called the Viper Room. On the Hollywood sidewalk, the young man convulsing on the pavement is named River Phoenix. His brother is on a nearby payphone pleading with the 911 operator. His sister is lying on top of his body, trying to stop him from injuring himself as his muscles twitch and his limbs flail against the concrete. River Phoenix has overdosed on a speedball of heroin and cocaine and has only minutes to live. It begins 23 years earlier on a peppermint farm. A young woman from New York City had quit for her secretarial job, became a hippie, and wandered all the way to Oregon. Now in a small house with an upside-down horseshoe front door, she is in labor, trying to push another life into the world. She declines medical professionals, drugs, drive to the nearest hospital, but she's surrounded by friends when at last her first child is born. The infant's arrival on planet Earth is greeted with the sound of applause. Between applause and agony, between the farm and the Viper Room, between peppermint and heroin, there hangs the life the 23 years of River Phoenix. Documenting River's time on Earth are 14 feature films, season of a TV show, and a handful of commercials, including spots for cars and cranberry juice. The movies range from excellent to unwatchable. One of them, Running on Empty, yielded an Oscar nomination for River, and two others, Stand By Me and My Own Private Idaho, are generally considered classics. As an IMDb study, Huge Ledger, a legacy of city work over a decade as River grew from an adorable tyke with a bowl haircut to a strikingly handsome young man. impact that far exceeded the number of films he made. He seemed like he had the chance to be the brightest light of his generation. Not long after his death, Brad Pitt mused, "I think he was the best is the best of the young guys. I'm not just saying that now. I said that before he died. He has something I don't understand." Ethan Hawke said, "River was one of those people that strange magic glow around them. He could drive you crazy or make you fall in love with him, and sometimes in the same minute." Even considering that he was an actor, River had a remarkable number of identities in his short life. Child star, pinup, portraitizing Christian icon to the gay man, street performer, drug user, vegan, singer/songwriter, rainforest activist, Hollywood snester, Oscar nominee. There were skins he lived in or masks he wore for a while. Depending on your point of view, the number of that meant that he had a life full of lies and contradictions, or that he compartmentalized the different aspects of his existence with remarkable success, so that, like many 23-year-olds, he was still discovering, trying on different identities and figuring out how they connected to his fundamental self. The people who knew him in whatever context agreed on one thing, even fumbled for the vocabulary to describe it. Even River had a special quality. Some called it a spark, some called it a light, called it a soul. He was the kind of guy, said one friend, but if you walked outside and it was snowing, you knew the first thing on his mind was making a snowball. River loved to embrace his friends in massive bear hugs, sometimes surprising them by lunging at them from behind. If someone hugged him, he'd quickly squirm away. He wanted any embraces to be on his terms. Did Moy Mulroney, who acted in two movies with River, his lazy right eye expressed a fundamental dichotomy in his spirit. He said his eyes made him the focus of energy in every scene. The centrifugal force so strong he didn't even try to duel him for control the off-center eye raid. Snather Read, pure sanity in a close-up. From one side he was the guy next door, and from the other he was absolutely insane. Talk for Bobby Buwski. He's filming River for the movie Dogfight. He vividly remembered their initial encounter. He struck me as he came out of an elevator as an angel, some kind of supernatural being. It would be Gabriel, but an angel could be Lucifer too. He would always readily believe into the deep, dark recesses as he would fly up to the lofty. Says, on October 30th, 1993, actress Patricia Arquette, then best known for a True Romance, was at home with her younger brother Richmond, who was staying with her. When he asked her who she most wanted to work with, she said River Phoenix. The next morning, Richmond was woken up by Patricia, who tearfully told him the news. Sleeping, River had died on the Sunset Strip, changed overnight, and its possibilities had diminished.